Hello and welcome to Longevity with Light. This webinar is all about the Life Wave patches. And I'm your host, Leslie Klein, and I'm so excited about this wearable light technology that I've been using for over 5 months. So, this month we're diving into a powerful new patch that's been around for a little while. It's called the Alavida Patch, and it's a breakthrough in light therapy designed to support youthful skin, hormonal balance, and deep cellular renewal. So, our special expert today is Dr. Debbie Beavers. She's a naturopath with over 40 years of experience. But before I get to Dr. Beavers, I want to introduce you to my co host. Uh, First of all, we've got longevity consultant Tamisa Leiden. Welcome, Tamisa, to the webinar.
Hi.
And and we have our LifeWave Executive Director, Beth Steele. Thank you, ladies, for being here. And of
Hi.
course, we have all of our viewers that are watching, people that are on the webinar. And I just want to remind you that you can ask questions from whatever platform you're watching or the webinar. So please feel free to put those in the comments. Now, Beth, I'm going to ask you if you would please read the disclaimer.
You bet. Thanks. Okay, so LifeWave products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information provided is for educational purposes only and should not be considered medical advice. Individual results may vary. Consult with your hair care. They do affect hair. Consult with a healthcare professional before using LifeWave products, especially if you have a medical condition or are taking medications.
Thank you, Beth.
You bet.
So I'm so happy to welcome to our webinar Dr. Debbie Bowers. She, with over 40 years of in natural health, she's a true pro at helping people take charge of their well-being. Tonight, she's sharing her insight on the Alavida Patch and how it supports glowing skin, hormone balance, and longevity. So please, let's give a nice welcome to Dr. Debbie Beavers. Dr. Debbie, so good to see you.
So
Hi.
good to be here. Thank you for inviting me to speak. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
Thank you
yes,
for
we're very
coming.
excited to. Yes, we're very excited to have you here. So, Dr. Debbie, let me ask you first, how did you get into the patching? You're a naturopath, of course, but did you add the patches later in your practice, or was it at the
Yeah,
very beginning?
no, I wish I would have known about this, but since I've been doing everything holistic, all things natural as much as I can for over 40 years, I don't even know if they were around back then, but I knew about stem cells and stem cell therapy. And I just knew how expensive it was. You had to have tons of money. You had to go out of the country. You had to fly. I don't like to fly. So it was something that in my mind, I just knew would never happen and I would never be able to do it. So I just kind of put that out of my mind. So one of my friends was in the office one day when I was having some issues with AFib and mitral valve prolapse. And so she was telling me, there's a patch that you can just put on your skin, and I don't know how it works, but it's supposed to help with everything. And I'm like, well, how is it supposed to help with anything? And when she told me that it was through body heat, activating your own light switches, is the way she put it. And it was a process. She said the words like this long, it's called photobiomodulation. She said, so it will activate, elevate, and accentuate your own stem cells. I said, wait a minute. Through body heat, like through frequency, and then we were speaking on the same page. That's how I got introduced to the patches, and that's when I also brought them into the business, into the practice.
Oh, that's wonderful. So, how many years would you say it was that you've been using the patches in your practice?
Probably 3 years. 3 years. It seems
Wow.
like yesterday. I
Yeah.
love this company and what they have to offer so much. It just seems like yesterday. So not
Well,
long
we
enough.
have,
I wish this would have been around way back
right.
then.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have, I just want to share a couple of comments that people have. Ann Summers is saying, fantastic to see Dr. Debbie. And
Oh,
Leanne Linden says, go, Debbie. And Debbie Zane says, "We love seeing you, Dr. Debbie." So I just wanted
I
to
love
share
that.
those
I have
with
such
you.
wonderful people. I love them.
And isn't that a wonderful part of this business? Being part of
Yes,
LifeWave is all the connections you make, and as you're helping other people, you help yourself. That's how we, how we make money is by helping other people.
absolutely. And a lot of people think that because I'm a doctor of naturopathy, doesn't matter about the other 19 degrees, license, and certifications I have. They hear that word doctor and they automatically think I was in perfect health. I never had a health challenge. Well, that's how I got into the whole profession. I mean, I literally went from teaching dance lessons and DJing to a doctor, the 3Ds. I mean, if you would have told me that way back then, I never would have believed it. But it's something about when you've been told by a medical profession after running tests, you have less than 3 months to live unless you do X, Y, and Z treatment. I didn't even know what a vitamin pill was. And that's what led me on this journey of coming into the holistic health world. So I was hungry for that knowledge and that information. I always function doing all the different services that I do. But let me tell you, when these patches came into play, I was able to take my practice to the next level because now I can literally offer a written money back guarantee because there are no negative side effects to anything inside of this sleeve. No negative side effects. So everything else that I offer in my office is totally 100% customized to the patient sitting in my chair. There's no guesswork. The machine says, we don't care what she thinks she knows. This is what this person needs, down to the dose. We frequency everything in. And then you top it off with these, which have no negative side effects. Again, I was like, okay, I'm taking it up to the next level. Not only that, I'm up, we discussed this before I came on, between 4 and 5 o'clock every morning. I cook for all of my patients. So when I'm through with my presentation, I say, does your doctor do that for you? I'm just curious. Just curious. Just saying, do they cook for you and then offer you a written money back guarantee? Because we've eliminated the guesswork. And there's so much that these patches can do with having one that actually stimulates. I don't know what I can say legally and not legally, but I'm going to tell it as it is, that it helps to stimulate the production of your own stem cells without any of the negative side effects, which means, all kinds of rejuvenation and eliminating all kinds of disease patterns, helping your body to have the strength to do that on its own. I've learned so much through some of the amazing teachers with this company. And part of what blew me away was learning that if you're on these patches, 6 weeks, it reverses you in age. And with that age or wherever you're at, whatever health challenges you have, it's going to take you back 8 weeks. So you stay on them another 6 weeks and it's going to reverse you another 8 weeks, and so on and so forth. I've never heard of anything else offered in the alternative world of health that can do something like that. Have you? I mean, I just haven't.
No. No, it's amazing. It's technology. I mean, people know about the stem cells, like you said, that we need those to rejuvenate ourselves, but taking them from an external source and putting them inside of us is so invasive. So
Correct.
to just activate the stem cells we already have, that's amazing. It's just brilliant, just brilliance.
It
Um,
is.
so I have a couple more little Atier, I'm not sure how to say last name, says, "You're amazing, Dr. Debbie." And
Oh,
we're just sharing some
I
love here.
like
Tina
this.
Watt
See,
says, "We love our Debbie and her wealth of knowledge." And we've got
I just
Lynette
love this.
Donaldson. "This woman is the best. She truly cares. She's been my mentor and doctor for 40 years. Love her dearly." So, it's like when you love your patients, they respond and they
They do.
respond back with all that
They
love. So
know.
that's so cool.
They know I love them and I care about them. Obviously
Mhm.
they've been with me forever. And so when people know how much you care, they really don't care how much you think you know. They just want to know you care. So I overserve everybody that comes in. I'm not bringing them in like cattle every 15, 20 minutes. They're here for 2 hours, sometimes longer. And therefore, when they leave, as much as I love them, I do have to fluff my energy up. I got to play with the puppies, put all my oils on, and now I'm ready for the next one. It's like, let's go. Let's do this thing. I just
Awesome.
love it. And that, I'm telling you, is able because of this patch.
Right.
39.
Right. Yeah.
The big motor
So
ship of them all.
Yes, absolutely. That's our flagship patch. So that's a must that you recommend everyone be on the X39 to activate our stem cells.
Yes, because
It's
all of the others are supportive in everything for the X39 that it's trying to do all by itself. So when you have an army of other patches coming in to help the 39, it's not going to activate anything with the stem cells. It's doing a job on its own, which
Right.
I can go straight into the Alavida now, because this one,
yes,
I have to say, X39 is my favorite. I mean, if money is a choice, 39 is the one you have to go with. It's just going to take you a whole lot longer to achieve your goal with just this one patch, but it's still doable. Still doable, okay? But with Alavida, oh my goodness, this one is my favorite. It's my all-time favorite. Y'all, I wear mine like right between the eyebrows at night. It's not a real sexy look. I did not say it's so beautiful to look that way. Neither is this during the day, but I do this one for my thyroid, the SP6 for the endocrine system. But Alavida, in and of itself, it activates a peptide with the pineal gland, and it also helps to produce a little bit of melatonin. So while I'm talking about melatonin, I just want to tell you, for those of y'all thinking you don't need anything to help you sleep. Okay, melatonin is a hormone, okay, and it does help you to sleep. It helps the body to register in its brain that, okay, it's bedtime, time to go. But Silent Nights does that same thing. It also helps your body to produce the melatonin. So on these two little sleeves, I get a little magic marker and put an R and an R. R and R. Tell them you need a little R and R, a little rest and relaxation. And these are going to make your body heal faster. But let me tell you what Alavida will also do. It's going to increase your lifespan by about 30 to 40%. I just tell everybody, boom, you're going to add about 20 years to your life by wearing Alavida at night. And, they tout it as being the skincare line, everything for the skincare. It is for skincare, but people who know me know that I'm not one to wash off my face and get the makeup and all of the things off and apply all these creams. Let me tell you why I got it. It's for after shaving. It's for sunburns. I have grandchildren. It's for rosacea. This stuff does everything and anything that has to do with the skin, and you're wearing it at night, and it's going to add 20 years to your life, increasing your lifespan 30 to 40%. Who wouldn't want to wear this? I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to wear that or use it? I don't know if any of y'all have seen any of the products. This is the night cream, and it's not thick and ooey gooey, y'all. I used to work for Joski's. It's now called Dillard's, but that goes to tell you my age right there. And all those Lancome and all the different brands of cream, some of them are really, really thick and oily and oopy and goopy, and their night cream is not. And they have a day cream. It's very light. So before I put all of my mineral makeup on, I just slap a little bit of that on and put the makeup on. I don't go through a lot of time and trouble, and you don't have to with these. This one is my favorite, the ones that it's for the eye, because this one also has the GHK copper peptide, okay? That you're hearing all the buzzwords about peptides in all the skincare anyway. And that's what makes them work, because again, it rejuvenates and regenerates the skin. Life is reversing things. It's helping to get rid of the lines. Y'all, Christy and I did a class on that not too long ago, trying to explain to everybody that what we call a wrinkle is not really a wrinkle. Wherever the lines are on the face or on the body is sitting on a meridian. When you know where the meridian sits, you know where the meridian travels to, and that way you know what organ's being affected, and all you got to do is go in and fix the organ that's being affected. Hoping I haven't lost anybody yet, but this is basically reversing the aging process from the inside out. You might as well age powerfully. You're doing everything else in a very powerful way, so you might as well age. I mean, think about it. So many people think, oh, or they'll tell you, oh, they just turned 40 or they just turned 50 or whatever. Like, it's a privilege to be alive and well on this earth, because your only other choice has been 6 foot under. I would much rather be on this other side, aging powerfully. I don't want to say gracefully. There's nothing graceful about it. I want to do it powerfully. I want to be living life large, in full charge, using all these things that stimulate, activate, regenerate, rejuvenate, all the things to keep me happy, healthy, and well. Because I plan on being here to 120 and over. All my friends will say, oh, no, you always say 150. I only want to be 150 if all the rest of my friends and family and all of my clients, because they're like my family, if they're there with me, I want somebody to experience life with.
Yes, for sure. So is it this increasing our age span by 20 years? Is that because of the telomeres?
The telomeres, yes, it lengthens the time. Yes. You know, most shoes I would demonstrate from my little tennis shoe, but these don't have the little shoestring laces on it like the older style tennis shoes do. But if you will think of your telomeres as like the little lace shoestrings, that little rubber part on the end that has that little casing around it, when that starts fraying off of the tennis shoe lace, that is what you need to know a telomere does. It starts to fray on the end. And the more frayed it becomes, the shorter the lifespan is. So when it lengthens your telomere, it is extending the lifespan 30 to 40%. Now, the other patch that will help support telomeres is the carnosine. But Alavida is the one that lengthens the telomeres. You don't hear me saying about carnosine that that's going to add 20 years and extend life by 30 to 40%. But y'all, I wear carnosine every single night because it does 101 things in and of itself. See, I can't talk just about one patch without bringing in another because I wear them all. I use them all. I even put them all in this cute little case right here. So I have them alphabetized, and I put them on my kitchen bar as decor. It's my decoration.
That's cool. I had a question. You talked about the pineal gland and how it supports hormone balance and clarity, but we've heard a lot about how the pineal gland is our third eye. It's our kind of seat of psychic intuition, and we've heard there have been stories about how fluoride calcifies the pineal gland. So does the Alavida help to decalcify and help us to open up our vision and intuition more?
Open up the vision, open up the intuition more. And then, you know, wearing it at night, when you take it off in the morning. Now, I have bangs to cover the little round circle that it does put on my forehead. But when I take it off, I have essential oils. Some of them are called highest power, gratitude, grounding. And I put like one drop on my finger of all my little oils here. So I keep all these little things handy to show you how simple and easy this is. Open the lid, put it on there, and that amplifies everything. Alavida's been doing the work for me all through the night, and now I'm going to amplify what the Alavida just did. Oh, yeah. It's good.
That's awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to bring our other co-hosts up here. So Tomisa and Beth, do you have any questions based on what Dr. Debbie has already shared with us?
I do. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was waiting. We didn't want to interrupt. So go, Tomisa.
I was freezing here on my phone, but anyway, so Debbie, I am so excited to hear you talk about how excited you are, and it shows, and you are just a wealth of knowledge. I've heard that for so long, and you definitely are. And for the Alavida, I did not know it lengthened telomeres, so that is a huge tidbit of information right now. And I have a granddaughter that has eczema, so she's 12 years old. She should be okay to patch with Alavida, correct?
I wouldn't hesitate at all to do that.
And do you put it on like the area that has the eczema, or just anywhere on the body?
Anywhere. It's just like when I'm working with babies and stuff. Even my grandchildren, when they were younger, we'd put it on the back of the diaper. Just get it, somewhere close to the skin. It doesn't have to be on them or on the face. Just out of the sleeve, on the body, somewhere, some way, somehow, even if it is the clothing.
Wow. Thank you for that information. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Beth, you had a question.
Yeah, well, it's kind of along the same line. I was going to say, is there an ideal age to start the Alavida? Is it for when you reach a certain age and you're trying to work on those lines or wrinkles, or is it preventative as well?
Well, it is. It's a preventative, and like I said, they're known for their skincare line. But having grandchildren was the whole reason. And listening to Dr. Stacy, I think her skin is just so beautiful, and she calls herself the skincare junkie. And I thought, well, I don't do it. And then I went, wait a minute. Skin rashes, diaper rash, to rosacea, to acne, to all the things. Oh my gosh. And then put them on a blood purifier, make them a customized homeopathic remedy, which is something else we do in the office, clean up their food act a little bit. And that's a win-win situation. It's going to work. It's just, we can't tell somebody how soon it will work, especially if they are a kid, a child, because it's a compound effect. I do know this. I have seen miracles happening with children because, number one, they're already still making stem cells. Right. So now we add something to that, and their bodies just soak it up and go with it. My grandson, when he was in high school, he had his name on the leaderboard in all 5 categories. From wrestling champ to football to outstanding student, graduated with honors, the whole 9 yards. And he tells everybody, my Mimi just told me, put this patch on, put it on the bottom of your foot so nobody thinks you're cheating, and get out there and be Superman. And he would, and he did, and he broke all the records, and he still loves to wear the patches. So with kids and stuff, you don't really have to convince them, even the younger ones. When I'm talking to the young people, I tell them, go look in the mirror. And they're like, what for? I'm like, go look in the mirror, hurry up. They look, they come back. I'm like, did you like what you see? Well, yeah. Okay, let's do a freeze frame. Y'all have heard that song, the old disco? Anybody heard? I'm like, you don't have to. Yes. It's like, you can keep that face. Oh my God, I wish I would have known about this in my 20s. Can y'all imagine?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So they get to keep that look because, again, they're already making stem cells. Now you're adding something to it to preserve that look, to turn them into Superwoman or Superman. And we even have a Superman in Lifeway. Love him. But yeah, you get to see a lot of huge results with this. A lot.
Dr. Debbie, the Alavida elevates epithalamin, the fountain of youth peptide. Can you talk a little bit about that peptide?
Yes, by stimulating that pineal gland. And that also is going to help with the melatonin. So there's several hormones that are worked when that happens, several peptides that it helps the body to activate. And again, the only time your body heals is when you're sleeping. So, I just keep bringing in my little silent night thing, because when you get a good night's sleep, I'm telling you, your body is healing. You got brand new things going on, disease cells getting killed in the middle of the night by melatonin. Do the research on it. It's just awesome and amazing. And then you wake up, pull these off, and you're going to put on 39. Well, I do 39, 49, the energy, all the things all throughout the day, SP6, glutathione, because I didn't know about this. And like Leslie and I talked about earlier, I've only been doing this for 3 years. So I'm trying to play catch up and trying to get things going and keep them going. Like I said, I've told a lot of people I want to be here till the age of 150, still look good, still feel good, and seeing and being with all the people and having them look good, feel good, and we're all active. Yeah.
Right.
I'm with you, girl, on getting after it. I'm with you.
Yes.
Dr. Debbie, you had asked me to mention when someone starts patching, but they're fairly healthy, they kind of ask, why should I patch if I'm already healthy?
Okay. I'm so glad you mentioned that, because regardless of how healthy they think they are, I always tell people you really don't want to die of something stupid or go to the doctor, when you're 50, 60 and you've never been before and you're told you have 10 different health challenges, because the bottom line is you stop making those stem cells. They start slowing down in your 30s and you don't feel it. It's not like on your 30th birthday and you're blowing out all the candles. You go, whoa, I just felt my stem cells come to a screeching halt. Nobody does that, right? And they don't feel it when a cavity is forming in the tooth. They don't feel the ears starting to swell before they get the earache, or whatever the thing may be. But the bottom line is they stop and they start to slow down in your 30s. So they can either choose to ignore the fact that they're degenerating, or they can stop it right then and there the minute they put the patch on and start regenerating their body. So it's very important for everybody, anybody at any age, to do this. I had my youngest grandson, my daughter, against all better things, they were very busy, and he was having diagnosis of ADD to all kinds of different things. And she said, Mom, I just don't know what else to do. I don't have time to cook this way and do this and that and the other, so on and so forth. After they put him on medication, just like within a month or so, she hated the outcome of it. So I said, okay, your mama's stepping up to the plate. We're going to patch him up. These are the supplements, just 2 supplements. Feed the child eggs and cheese in the morning, high protein. Get rid of the other stuff. I'm coming to do a kitchen pantry clean out for you. She's like, okay, let's do this thing. And he's just fine. He came back to normal. They love those patches. They go down to their mama's room. My daughter's name is Sasha. And they go into the room. And I say, can I have my patch right now? She'll say, why? What's going on? Well, I just want to keep feeling good. So they tell her. And so they don't buy a lot or use a lot, just that X39 on those kids. Why? Because they're still making all the stem cells. They just need a little bit of help with some of the cells that they've got to rejuvenate them, get the dormant ones, wake them back up and working the way they need to be. You don't want those cells functioning like they're in a bunch of quicksand. That's when disease can take over. And sugar, by the way, I just got to throw this in. Y'all know me. I'm going to preach on the sugar. Feeds all disease. And I'm not talking about just a bag of sugar. I'm talking about all the foods that turn to sugar, your rice, pasta, breads. So those are very common things that are served to our children in the school that we take the kids to, trusting them with the care of our kids, feeding them poison all flipping day long. Just saying. I could do a whole class on that.
And it's
all right. Well, Dr. Deborah, we're coming close to our time. I just want to share a couple more love notes, really, from your fans. Vanessa says, thank you, Dr. Debbie, for your amazing energy and insight. Much love and gratitude. And we've got Chrissy Vinton saying, love this. Dr. Debbie is the best. So I had to share those with you before we close tonight. Thank you so much for being with us and sharing your knowledge. I know you could go on for hours, so I'm sure people can tune in again. You must have like a YouTube channel. Do you do
Christy
YouTube
knows about that. Her and I do a Zoom every Thursday evening, and it covers not just LifeWave. We cover health in general, all things needed through a 5 to thrive step. It's super simple, nothing hard to do. And then we teach people, drink cleaner water, do your exercise and some breathing, and there's your win-win situation. You don't need an appointment with me. You just do these things and you're going to be just fine. And I'll see them at 150 years of age.
Wow.
Aging
Oh,
powerfully.
Exactly.
I like
Aging
that.
powerfully.
Yes.
Dr.
Well, thank
Debbie,
you
we'd
so
love
much.
to have you back. Any other time you want to come join us, just come give us a holler and we'll have you back to share some more of your wisdom.
You're leaving us hanging on the 5. Okay, water, exercise.
Well, the water, the exercise, and the breathing are 3.
Okay.
The 5 is just your food enzyme and your probiotic. I call it the famous Yeti beverage only because I put it in a Yeti cup and it will keep it cool till 2 o'clock. So it will be filled with things like liquid chlorophyll, the bentonite clay, something sugar-free to help carbonate it, and a liquid mineral, ionic minerals, along with like a nitro, Ningxia, something. So it's all the nutrition needed, which we won't need this when the AM and the PM formula comes along. Just saying. Will not need that at all. And then we make the individual a customized homeopathic remedy. And number 1 on the list, and I'll show y'all this list so y'all can see every patient gets this. And here it is right here where it says number 1 is patching. And when they're doing that and all their notes are filled up, I say, now do you want a written money back guarantee? And, oh, by the way, I have your food fixed for you and it's ready to go.
Wow.
I wish I lived near you.
I know. Well, I see people remotely. You don't have to be here in my office, but I would love for you to hop on a plane and come see me. That's open to everybody.
I love breakfast.
Thank you.
We'll put your contact information in the notes for this webinar. And again, thank you so much for coming tonight. Our next month, we'll be talking about the energy enhancer patch, and that's going to be on June 12th, and the tiny URL is right there. We'll put those on the screen also in the description. So to get your hands on these patches, people that are watching, please contact the person that invited you to this webinar. And thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next month. But we've got a couple more. I think we did Christy already. Tia says, thank you, Dr. Debbie, much love. So on that note, we will close. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
Bye. Thank you.